Hey guys, welcome back to another video. You join me in Germany at the Nurburgring, and I'm back in the manual G82 M4 non-competition. I'm about to head out for my first lap on the Nurburgring for, well over 3 years, and I thought it would only be fair to bring you lot along with me. I'm excited, a little bit nervous. I'm always a bit nervous when I come back here. In fact, I've only really done probably a total of about 15 laps of the ring in my lifetime, so I definitely don't know it that well. Some pros out here that do thousands of laps, even they are learning each and every time they go out, so it's not the sort of circuit you're going to learn in 20 laps and know it inside out. It's forever changing as well. Obviously there's a lot of other cars and a lot of traffic out there. It's Sunday today, so it's a Tourist de France day, where basically it's a public toll road. So if you've got a German car, the majority of German car insurance do cover you out at the Nurburgring, which sounds crazy, but they do. What they don't cover you for is if you do have an accident and you hit a barrier, you have to pay for the repairs of the barrier and any lost time in earnings for the Nurburgring. So if it's a big one, and they have to shut the circuit, you can imagine how big the bills are. So it's not a place to take liberties at least for me. It's a place to go out and enjoy and take in, have an adrenaline rush, but not push too hard. And most importantly, keep an eye on your surroundings, just like you do with a track day. Like I always urge people to do on their first track days is keep an eye on your mirrors as much as what you're doing in front, because there's always faster people closing on you. But don't be intimidated on the track or out in the ring, because if you spend too much time being intimidated or too much time looking around at what's happening and what's coming or closing on you very quickly from behind, then you lose focus on what you're actually doing, which is driving. So it's a fine balance between both. And when you watch someone like Misha, he's just a pro. I mean, he's usually going faster than pretty much everyone out there anyway, but he's always checking his mirrors and being very aware of what's going on. But obviously that comes with time and practice. Like anything, you get more relaxed and more chilled, and the more chilled you are, the better you drive and the better everything becomes around you. If you're coming over from the UK, as far as I'm aware, it's impossible to insure a British car on the Nurburgring, so just beware of that. And if you are, I would suggest hiring a car from someone like Apex, and on top of that, hiring an instructor, someone like Misha, at least for your first few laps, because you're never going to learn it in those first few laps. But as we just talked about, having an instructor next to you just calms your nerves a bit, and it takes some of the weight off your shoulders and onto theirs, and they help you with guidance as to where you're going, and they also just calm you a little bit, because otherwise it's just a little bit overwhelming. In terms of the circuit itself, well, it's 13 miles long, which is what, 5 or 6 times longer than a reasonable size traditional circuit, and it has about 170 corners. So again, reverting back to what I talked about earlier, you're not going to learn 170 corners in a handful of laps. So there's a lot going on, and you just have to pay attention. And some sections look very similar to other sections, especially to beginners like me. So yeah, you've got to be aware and be cautious on your first few laps. In terms of what it costs to do a lap on the Nordschleife, well, on weekends, like it is today, you're looking at 30 euros a lap. And during the week, on the evening sessions, you're looking at 25 euros a lap. So they're not cheap, but 13 miles is, you know, a 10-minute lap in most cases. So you do have a fair amount of value for your money, I guess. You can buy bulk tickets online and save yourself 10 or 20%. I think if you're spending 100 euros, 200 euros and up, you'll save more and more the more money you spend effectively. And that's what I've done today. I spent 200 euros and for that essentially got 1 free lap. So yeah, investigate that before you come out. Right, fast forward a couple of hours, the track has been closed because of an incident. I think they had to clean up some fluids and stuff. We're now approaching the start area for TF sessions, the famous roundabout and car park and Devil's Diner, etc. A real hub of activity here. There's so much to look at, so much going on, and you can grab a coffee and watch it all go by as you sit on the balcony of the Devil's Diner. I was gonna have Misha joining me for these laps, but unfortunately he's got other paying clients and proper jobs going on, so I'm gonna head out before it starts to rain, because I really feel like it's gonna rain in the next half an hour. So I mean, who knows, it might actually be raining in parts of the circuit because it's such a big circuit. I'd lie if I said I wasn't nervous. I am a little bit, but I think in a good way. Here we go. I might be a bit quiet for this lap because I am going to be concentrating very, very hard. And I'm going to try and use the torque of the car in places as opposed to changing gear too much because, well, I'll be the first to admit I'm a proper amateur around here. Bit of rain on the windscreen, so it could be slippery in places. This is pretty scary when you haven't done it for a while. It's just not knowing how much speed you can carry through everything. I know the car is massively capable. It's 100 miles an hour through there. You really lose all sense of speed. I've just not really got much of an idea of how much grip is available, and I'm not in a massive hurry to find out. Right, we're going down the foxhole now, which is one of the most exciting parts of the track. Cars moving around a fair amount actually. Yeah, I'm feeling like a proper amateur up here. Turned in a bit early there. I am enjoying it. I'm just, I just don't have the confidence. Now this is the slowest corner of the track, I know that much. Okay, so this is the speed limited section. You've got to take it very easy through here because there's actually an exit off the track here for safety vehicles, ambulances, etc. And then we're clear again. So I think this is heading up towards Lauda Links, which is where Niki Lauda had his big accident, I believe. Just catching a little polo. Okay. Now this is a fast section coming up, but as with everything so far, I'm going to take it very easy. Very easy. The carousel. I've never been so quiet in a video. It's just so much to take in. Oh, look at the pace of that E30. Oh, wonderful. Right, down to, I think this is Brunchen, YouTuber corner. Oh, this is so fast through here, and I'm probably crawling through here in comparison to others. Absolutely crawling. Got a nice Cayman on Brit plates in front of us. Coming up to the final corner now. Fantastic. Ah, oh, what a buzz. What a buzz. I'm very tense, very, very tense. You can probably see that on the camera. There's a bit of rain on the windscreen. Faster cars around me. Yeah, I didn't feel like I went particularly fast, but wow, what an experience. What an experience. Wow, wow, wow. Well, I'm glad that I've got my first lap out of the way. That was slow, it was shaky, it was very, very average at best. But yeah, just getting my head in and yeah, getting my first lap out of the way. I hope you've enjoyed this video. There'll be plenty more content to come at and around the Nurburgring in this car and various others, hopefully. Yeah, that will do for today. Got the heart going, and I don't want to embarrass myself anymore out there. I think my next lap and my next few laps will be a lot better because I'll be a lot more relaxed. I was freeing up a lot more at the end of that lap, and it's just quite nerve-wracking, really is. But it's an absolute buzz at the same time. So yeah, awesome time. And we're back at the car park, Devil's Diner, and yeah, lots and lots of exciting cars to look at. Take it easy, thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next video very soon. Cheers.